Yeah. Hey. Yeah, I usually go live. Oh, I go live in like the evenings there. It's late there though, right now, right? Like 10 p.m. Yeah. Yeah, Squadra Bambino Tumblr. Interesting. That's the name of the song. Yeah. 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 Gonna raise this for me. Okay, I need to plug in my tablet too because it's almost, it's losing battery. Hello, hello. There we go. Welcome to Tuesday. Hey, Vanessa. We had another short day at school due to the weather. We're in the wrong. That's what's happening. I stitched wrong right away. One, two, three. There we go. Yeah, we had another. It is, well, so it has been, hey, Roxy. It's been a little hot and humid, and when that happens, they declare a half day. So we get out at noon, both students and teachers. Was that bird sound in the music or in my life? I think it's in the song. The weather is, okay, so it's not like super hot, but it's also humid. So it's 90 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is Celsius, but hot enough for my unair conditioned classroom to be pretty hot. And today we tried a different kind of schedule where we have all 5 periods. Yesterday we had 3 periods. And today we tried to have all 5 because the students are doing testing. But they are still working on their transitions, so I didn't really get very much done in one of my classes because I had to reinforce procedures, which I'm okay doing because 2, 3, there doesn't have to be any testing in my class because I'm arts, so I can just give grades for citizenship, basically, like being respectful, being on task, not being disruptive, things like that. Sometimes it's harder for them to do those things. 30 degrees Celsius. I think it's about time for the US to switch to meters and Celsius. So we are working on, oh yeah, We are working on Moroccan Sampler. Stitching on Betsy Bird made me want to stitch on... oh, that's why I can't hear myself very well. Stitching on Betsy Bird made me want to stitch on linen. Yes, everyone can sing. Everyone. I was wondering why this was so... My volume was turned down. Yes, it's a skill that can be learned. I think the biggest obstacle is you thinking that you can't sing. There are, you know, there is some level of like intuitiveness about it, but I don't believe that there's anyone who's completely tone deaf. You know, some people it would just take a longer time to learn. And I also incorporate like other musical concepts into my lessons, so it's not like completely singing. Because I mean, I have some kids who don't really want to sing, which is fine. I don't need to make it unpleasant because they're not singing. Yeah. I mean, what are you talking about? Yeah, I have a degree in singing, but I'm like, there's some things that I can't sing. I think we're lined up. We'll make it. So yeah, I just felt like streaming today. I was like, yeah, let's chill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're good. We're lined up. And they've been saying on the messages home to look out for tomorrow to be a short day as well. I mean, if I had to choose, I would not choose to have short days because the kids need the full time. But we don't have air conditioning, so in some of our classrooms. So it just doesn't make sense to... It's unsafe to have too many people there. Your mom is a super singer, but you have no talent for it. You've been taught to hold a note, but still it sounds horrible. Maybe to you. See, people who think that they can't do something, I think that they just need to be taught a different way. Like, if you think it sounds horrible, then you can practice listening to different tones of voices, and then you can understand how those tones are produced. And then find something that sounds good to you. And also, another important thing is that when you sing, your voice sounds different than if somebody is hearing it. Because the vibrations that you feel in your head interfere with the actual sound that's coming out. So you might be thinking that you sound bad, but it sounds... and it might be well produced, so then you're not actually singing poorly. What? Kicked him out? Things were different back then. Yeah, bad teacher. Yeah, confidence is huge for singing. So, especially when, like, you're told your voice sounds a certain way, or you're told you can't sing. You're so right. It's such a mental thing. And if you think about it, like, our voice is it's our soul. Like, you can make a bad sound on an instrument and be like, it's the instrument's fault. Not for your voice. Like, the only thing that's coming from your voice is your voice. So 1, 2, 3. I try to, like, have language in my lesson that's like, if you're comfortable with this, you can try singing with me. Just try it. I don't know what I'm gonna do when the whole class decides that they're gonna lip sync, but I always tell them that they can lip sync. Oh, nice. There's so many opinions that just don't matter. And it might be just that, an opinion. So don't listen to somebody else's opinion. Sorry, I'm shaking. It's a little shaky. Do, do, do. I really think, though, that you can learn how to read music, you can learn how to tune, you can learn those things. And practice, obviously. It takes a lot of practice for some things. Yeah. Also listening... Dude, I just went to another place. I was, like, thinking about what was happening today in school. This is what usually happens when I stitch. I just, like, zone out. Think about school. 1, 2... You had a math teacher tell you that you're too... Yeah. Yeah, that's not cool. That is not cool. Shame. I don't like to shame very many people, but shame on that teacher. Oops, sorry. She's a mess. ha, Kaylee can't get her life together. Just kidding. Just kidding. Boo. Boo to that teacher. Yeah, like Morty was saying, it's very psychological. I remember reading a book or listening to a book, I can't remember which it was, when I was a kid. That was someone using the saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. And I was like, yeah. No. Words hurt. Words hurt. That's why it's very careful. I mean, very, very hard, but you need to be careful. That's what I mean. You need to be very careful. And also realize, like, so for me, this balance has been tough this year with junior high kids, because I want to connect with them. I want them to feel welcome and safe and like they can try new things in my class. But also, I do want them to follow directions and follow procedures, do their job, and know what is expected of them. And so, like, it's been tough for me to balance, like, okay, I'm teaching them how to be respectful in the hallways. Okay, I'm teaching them how to enter a classroom respectfully. And it might take some firm reinforcement to say, you are not doing your job. Not, you are incapable of doing this job. You are capable of doing this job, but you need to do it. And I haven't gotten on this soapbox very much this year yet, but like, I feel like I'm kind of, by enforcing these rules, I'm preparing them for the real world. Like, you're going to want to follow, or you're not going to want to follow some of the rules that you have to follow when you're an adult, but you have to follow them. Otherwise, there are consequences that negatively impact you. Okay, I'll be back in the shot pretty soon. Hang on. There we go. I just had so much of this blue color to do. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Morty, that saying is hanging up in the hallway at my school. And I always think about it, like, it's not about what you say. Oh, I think I did this poorly. No, it's okay. We can do it this way. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Maya Angelou. Yeah. Look at that pretty. Blech. Well, and you're spending your late night with me. I'm honored. You don't feel obligated to stay. Yay. is this? Oh, I didn't wind it up. That's what it is. Every Sunday, every Sunday, every Sunday. Doodle doo 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 So here's a little thing. So I'm like singing along with this, but I still have to think very hard about it. I'm like, okay, where's do? Here's do. And anything that I sing needs to exist in this key center. So if I go so, la, so, mi, re, do. So if you know anything about music, I'm keeping it with no accidentals. The Unicorn Garden. You're starting to enjoy it. Good. What is everyone working on? Thank you for reminding me, Morty. I always forget to ask. Oh. Angelina. Every Sunday, every Sunday, every Sunday. So I still have to think about that I'm in the right key and not making up something that's not going to fit in the key. I guess I wouldn't be a very good jazz musician because jazz musicians, like, they just go for it and they make it work. So for example, and I don't know very much about this, mind you. My jazz friends are watching and they're like, oh, no, they're not watching. I don't think they're watching. But a way to create interest, ooh, the dire snow. A way to create interest in your harmonies is singing a note that's like kind of dissonant with the home key. I'll see if I can demonstrate. This one's in a minor key. Da 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 da. So that note, that's dissonant sort of with the home key. I bet Dylan's listening, but DJ Backstage is listening and was like, nah. Da, 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 hey, Mary. Da, da. And it's the resolution that makes it so good. Da, 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 da. So you listen for the bass line too. Do 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 So you can sing with the melody or sing something that like complements the melody. Took a risk. Another one that works really well is te do, because we're in minor. We go do re mi fa sol la te do. How many? 4? Oh. Dum-a-dum-a-dum. If none of that made sense, it's okay. Hey! Oh, my music friends are watching. Everyone say hey to David. I can't sing a Dorian. Do, re, mi, fa. Oh, I'm thinking too hard. Dorian is lowered third and lowered seventh. Don't make fun of me, David. It's been too long since I've actually had to think about what Dorian means. It's another David. Morty's husband is David. Right? Just making sure. I'm still thinking about what Dorian is. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Isn't it te, do? La, te, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do. Yes! She still got it a little bit. Dream a little dream for me. If I even get to modes, I won't get to modes. We're just gonna stick to the major scale for choir in 9 weeks. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do. There's somebody on TikTok who does sing modes with me. Ghost's face in The Dire Snow. I need to look that up. Oh, I had a knot and I didn't even realize. Okay, everyone, together we're gonna look at what Roxy's working on. The Dire Snow. Are you working on the mini or the regular? Ooh. Hang on. Here we go. Display. I'm getting good at this. David, that kind of looks like you. Are you a ghost? Roxy, are you gonna stitch the background too? Is that the right pattern even? That's pretty. Oh, I was watching Sepha. I mean, Chelsea. She's back. The mini, awesome. Yeah, it looks like there's lots of confetti in that face. Yeah, I agree. I was like, wow, that's a good mock-up. 256 by 325. That's still kind of big. Oh, sorry. Oh. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do. That's hard to sing on this song. Okay, and then Lydian. Do. Ra. May. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to be able to figure out that one. I feel like Mixolydian and Lydian are easy to remember. I still use... Okay, so y'all, if you want to know anything about music, why? Just kidding. But I use acronyms a whole bunch. So David was telling us about modes. Yeah, that's a lot. Quick stitch. Aren't quick stitches usually under 100,000? Oh, I don't play. Oh, I was thinking Phrygian. So I use I use still a saying that my piano teacher taught me. So David was telling us about modes, which are scales that start on different scale degrees of the major scale. So, for example, the major scale is... I'm going to have to stop the music to demonstrate this. Does anyone care about music stuff? Okay. Love in Mexico. Ooh, Love in Mexico. You're going to have to stop for a moment. So, major scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Right? In solfege singing. And then the modes, basically, an easy way to think about them is they start on a different scale degree. So the next one starts on re. Re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re. Do, 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 do. No. Do, 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 do. It's hard to sing those. But they start on different... Oh man, it's been so long, you guys. It's been like 5 years since I've tried to sing modes. So then some composers wrote in those modes. And then, depending on what type of schooling you have, you learn to start all the modes on do, or you learn to start the modes on a different scale degree. So I learned both, actually. My freshman aural skills teacher taught us to start on the scale degree. So you go do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Aeolian. Ionian. What's the mode called? Ionian. Ionian. Oh my goodness. I'm embarrassed. I have 2 degrees in music. And then Dorian starts on re. Re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re. And then I don't play. Phrygian starts on mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi. So the modes, Ionian. Nobody calls it Ionian. They only say the major scale. Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian. Those are the 7 modes. And I learned them by using the phrase, I don't play like my Aunt Lori. Because my piano teacher was like, do you have an aunt? Does their name start with an L? And I have a step aunt named Lori. I don't play like my Aunt Lori. That's how I remember the modes. Boy, that was a long story. So you know how, like, sometimes you learn every good boy does fine for the staff. I like to teach every good boy dominates Fortnite. Because sometimes the kids like Fortnite. And if they don't, then I say every good boy deletes Fortnite. But the idea is E, G, B, D, F, right? Spaces rhyme with face, space, face. And I always hit myself like that for the kids. And then I use on the bass clef, good burritos don't fall apart. and always carry extra guacamole for bass clef. Dylan. Hey, Dylan. Oh, he's got his earbuds in. He can't hear me. I'm embarrassed. I have 2 degrees in music and I can't remember. Ionian. Aeolian. Ionian. Right? Oh my gosh. I'm kinda dumb. I can't remember anything that I learned in music. No, nothing. I can't remember anything. But you know what? If I had to teach it, then I would definitely remember it. The bass staff, yeah, I started teaching elementary school and I decided that I was done with All Cows Eat Grass and Good Boys Do Fine Always. I needed like 2 sayings that would go together. And I can't remember how I got them to remember that the bass clef was about food. About tacos. I mean burritos. Bass burritos, I guess. Yeah. Church music, right? It's where all the modes come from. Oops, I think I meant to go down, but... Unicorn Haven. Let's check it out. Oh, y'all. Roxy has good taste. Look at that. Look at those colors. Wow. Meow. That's a quick stitch. That's pretty big. And then we have other... So for any of you who don't buy Hades, this is what like a materials pack costs. And this is the supersized max color. That means the most amount of color that you can have in the biggest. So this is does it say the size? Where's the size? I don't know. Wait, which one is under 200? 40 count. Wait, is that normal for Hade to have 40 count? Flashbacks? Bye, David! That was the... Oh, wait. Sorry, let me go back. When I go to my display, I don't see the comments. Let's see. That was Quick Stitch. Mini. Where's the mini? I don't see a mini, but here's the regular size. And that is... Ooh, 750 by 535. Yeah, that's how big my Barnyard Animals is. Yeah, Roxy, right? When you finish one, then you can. I forgot how quickly this fabric stitches. I always say that when I'm stitching on it, but it goes really fast. I like it. Yes, I have a regular floss tube tomorrow. We'll see how early it is if we get out early. One height at a time. I have broken that rule. I have. Technically, I have 2 heights, but I have 2 other full coverage. One of them is enormous. One of them is the size of a supersized. Yeah. Lots of whips is overwhelming. I admire that. You get more done. I just got into the rabbit hole of trying a bunch of different fabrics. So now I'm like, oh, I gotta have one on 40 count, and I gotta have one on 25, and I gotta have one on 18, and now I gotta have one on 28, and you don't really need to. Yeah. I do have some papers to grade tonight, and Tuesdays and Thursdays are my days to call parents. So I'm gonna make some phone calls. Say, hey, your kid is doing awesome, or hey, we dealt with this today. I find they answer in the early evening. Parents do. Yay! Thank you for coming, Zan. Have a good night. Sleep well. We're cooking with oil, y'all. We're going fast. I look great in that light, don't I? Whoo, we're going, we're going. I'm in a very meditative state right now. I'm like going it back and forth between, all right, it's in the zone. Oh, I'm still alive. DJ Backstage, we can hear you. Hey, Linda. Oh, I'm lovely. I had a student who's not in my class come up to me today and she's like, hey, are you the choir teacher? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, can I come to your class? And I was like, what? Why? She was like, because I hear your class is fun. I was like, my students think I'm fun? They're not fooling me. I just know it's because I don't give as much homework or I don't give tests. Wait until performance week and then they'll be sorry. Just kidding. Just kidding. Ooh. I didn't do my stretches with my kids today. So because it's hot in my classroom, I told this in my flask tube, that's right. But I get sweaty. Today my shirt is not the longest shirt, so I would be showing off my belly if I stretched too high. So I only did it a little bit. Who is he talking to? Parisian Cafe. Mon amour. Or as Dylan would say, can't even do it, it's so obnoxious. Bad. That was a risk. All right, we're gonna try the Dr. Christie method, where I stitch through the camera so I can get used to it. Oh. That didn't work. My thumb is dirty. You all should try this if you have a phone. Try like zooming in on your fabric and then seeing if you can stitch through the phone camera. If your phone camera's good. I did clip my nails yesterday. So they're not as beautiful. Oof, I'm gonna have to start calling parents soon. check in, say hello. This is a little more shaky, but you can see close up. And from this close, you can see how dull my needle is. So it goes through the fabric really easily. These are just cheap Amazon needles. Oops, sorry. Waltz in low light. Okay. Ugh. They're very shaky. Boy, that's kind of annoying. What's doing that? I think it's me resting my hand. Let me see if I can fix it a little bit. How's that? Sorry. We're so shaky here. And just look away. Just look away while we do this. There. I'm gonna try not to be so shaky. This is what it looks like on my my ASMR, because I'm like so careful to be quiet, so I'm like floating my arms. Sorry, Morty, sorry. I just really like this linen. It stitches. The stitches always look pretty neat on it without me having to do much of anything. I wonder what my 40 count would feel like this. If I zoom in. It's kind of fun when the song like fades out and then I start to hear the stitchy sounds. Oh. Yeah, just experiment with it. I still, like, I've zoomed in like this before, but this is the new phone that has 3 cameras, so it's pretty good. Didn't put it on Do Not Disturb. Okay. This, hey Jessica. This is 32 count. Forget calling parents. I'm gonna nap. Yeah, 32 count linen. 2/2. Look at how pretty. I'm in a daze now. I think I'm gonna end it here. An hour. So that I can do some more work. Well, thanks for hanging out. Surprise Tuesday stream. Bye, Vanessa. Yeah, I'm gonna go chill, call some parents, and do more stitching. It was good. Maybe we'll see a finish on this within the year. Probably. Alright, y'all. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you tomorrow for regular FlossTube update. And yeah. Bye. Have a good night.